Вот его там нашли, короче, ну, смотри. Пойдем.
Где нашли?
Ну, вон, видишь. Сейчас сюда проходим, смотри. Вон она, сука, безобразие лежит. Сейчас, погоди,
Когда нашли-то?
Да вот, ебать, часа 2 назад, хули, ебаный, бро. Собака хули унюхала, сука. И все, мы хули, думаем, что за нахуй лежит? Смотри,
бывший.
да я хуй знает, погоди, смотри.
The hell is that?
Вообще,
The hell is that?
ебать, что за нахуй-то это?
Oh,
Ну, да понятно, что дохлые будут. Да, хлеб, короче, лежит,
Да она не наша планета.
man.
Полнейшая дохлеть.
Инопланетяне.
That thing looked like a gummy bear. Ugh.
Ноги хули нету, ебаный, видишь, нахуй.
Загрызли, наверное.
I don't
Вообще какая-то
know.
ебать тень. Непонятная.
Он уже, наверное, с неделю лежит, наверное, тут.
Ну,
I don't know, bro.
Если не больше.
I don't know, bro. These videos always be like mad low quality. You can't get no detail. Like, then they do suspicious stuff, right? Like when he zoomed up on a leg and it's like opened up, so you could be like, "Oh, that's meat and bone. That's real." Like, nah, bro. They showing you that angle on purpose, bro. It could be real. It might be fake. I don't know. I don't know, bro. Stuff like this is always. It's always up to what you believe, right? Like if you like, I knew it. This is legit. Something like this is suspicious because like, why would this thing just be ravaged full of the snow like this? Like, we talk about these creatures, the gray aliens and all this, bro, and they supposed to be all super technologically advanced, but they getting mangled in the snow by maybe wolves or something. Nah, bro. Stop. Was there like a miniature gray alien fight? You know what I'm saying? Like where two gray aliens was beefing over a female gray alien and this cat just ended up being the one to lose that beef. You know what I mean? Like it don't make sense, bro. Like where is everything? This thing just walking around butt naked? Like, dog, I don't know, bro. I don't know, dog, because none of that stuff lining up. If you think this was real, comment below and give me a good reason of why you thought this was real, bro. But for me, I gotta say this is suspicious, bro. It could be, it might not be, I don't know, but I'm leaning on it's not.
Connect all these together. I'll see why the fuck not. Say this later, because you're about to get mind fucked. Starting off easy with your boy Nicky T, everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. This was confirmed when they discovered the observer effect. Anyway, it does the double slit experiment. For me, it's not about the quantity of the slits, or about the quality. So the double slit experiment is they fired a light source at 2 slits, and then these 2 slits, they bounced off of each other when they weren't watching it, and it created this pattern here. But then something weird happened. Because they couldn't figure out why it created this interference pattern, they decided to observe it. Lo and behold, observing the experiment created the 2 lines, essentially meaning when you're watching it, that it's localized, and when you're not looking, it's just a wave spread over space-time. And this is Max Planck. We've covered him before. And if you're new here, he's widely considered the father of quantum theory. He said that everything that's derived as matter comes from consciousness. So basically everything is outwardly projected from consciousness. And if you're into metaphysics, you'll know that Walter Russell says that everything from consciousness comes from light. And that we're constantly fluctuating between various hues of light. So far we've got Nikola Tesla, Max Planck and Walter Russell. But you know who else said everything was made of light? Here's a reminder to save this for later and open your mind just a little bit more, please. God did. In every religion. And you know what white light's made up of? All of the colours. If you're into the mystical mumbo jumbo, this is also considered your aura. Here are the different bodies that you have associated with each colour of the rainbow. Now going back to everything being a projection of light, we know the universe operates like this. So it's not just about light. Is it about dark? No, you're wrong. Christianity says the word was God. Hindus think Om is the sound of the universe. And would you look at that? Om, Amen, Ameen. Hindus, Christians, Muslims, all singing from the same hymn sheet. Sadhguru is a total G, by the way. So you have the duality of light and sound, which creates the reality around us, which we interact with. And everyone talks about Tesla's obsession with 3, 6, and 9. I'm going to give you a completely neutral perspective. Are you ready? Now, everyone thinks that 9 is the top consciousness, everything is the 9, 3 is the 3D realm that we live in, and then everyone's like, oh, what do we do with 6? I'm going to fucking tell you, watch. 6 is the transformation level of consciousness. Now, if you're familiar with Billy Carson, you'll know Thoth. And if you know Thoth the Atlantean, you'll know the Flower of Life. And if you saw the Atlantis video on my profile, you'll know that this is this. And that it's made up of all of this. Different hues of light are associated with different layers of reality. Now, there is just one word here, but every single layer of reality has its own sort of realm that you operate in. Vedic Hinduism is divided into 14 realms. And you know what else needs double-digit dimensions? Fucking string theory. That says there needs to be at least 11 or 12. How the fuck are we doing all that? Let me tell you, if you haven't already, save this. So we're basically traveling through 14 different realms, through string theory in a light matrix. And the light is made up of various different emotions and experiences that you get to choose how you want to react to them. The lower you are, the lower your vibe. And the higher you are, the easier it is to make heaven on earth. Because you're in a place of oneness, love and gratitude. But when you realize everything is light, there's also the element of dark, not just light and sound. Remember, because if there's light, there has to be dark. Because everything stems from consciousness. This is Carl Jung's idea of how the self works. So you have your ego, you have your shadow, and then you have the self, but you also have external factors such as consciousness, unconscious, collective unconscious. And all of these are constantly influencing your reality. This is creating all the strings and fabrics of your universe. All of these influences and judgments are constantly affecting this, and you're moving up and down this. But because everything's a projection from within, we're taking signals from all of this in the format of light and sound. The body is then processing that light and sound to release hormones, chemicals and thoughts, further perpetuating this cycle of reality. Now, people think that you need to defeat your shadow, but that's actually really wrong. I'm going to show you one picture on screen, then you want to go watch the video that explains the picture. This is all you must do. Accept your shadow, love it for who it is. All it's wanting to do is be loved so that you can express your true self. That's realizing that each one of these layers that represent you is interacting with reality in a completely separate and individual way, but is constantly influencing this through thought, chemicals, neurotransmitters, your gut biome. Because everything that's real has a vibration of either light or sound that gives it matter, and then everything that you consume, how you have intention with it, what you think of it, that all determines where you will fall here. And pure Tao is essentially enlightenment. Enlightenment is authenticity, being yourself and unapologetically living in gratitude, living in love, not really having any judgments. That's what life's about. And if you want to go down the mystical route, there's layers to creation and you can unlock each body, and that's done through celibacy, that's done through vegetarianism, that's done through the science of pranayama, which is essentially breath work. Because when this is the masculine and the feminine, the dormant feminine energy that lives within everybody, essentially the Kundalini is what we call it in Vedic culture. It has a profound effect on the body, and it's not for everybody straight away because you have to be secure and rooted in who you are. So financially stable, mentally, emotionally, and physically. If you try to do this and your body is out of sync, you're going to fuck yourself up big time. So if you open your Kundalini and you're down here, this is where the snake god Vasuki lives. He's essentially in charge of all of the snaky stuff that goes on in the universe. He's not evil, he's not nefarious. He just has a function to serve in the universe. If you remember Thoth and the Emerald Tablets, there's a video pinned on my profile, you'll understand that everything is connected through the divine law of oneness. Because everything is connected and direct reflection of you, you have to understand that everything is a projection of your internal reality. So if you feel like shit, you're going to treat people like shit. But how the fuck do you know that's the case? Because we are the receiver between 9 and 3, so we are transmuting 6. And when you understand 6, you'll put a projection out as 6, but the universe will reflect it back to you as 9. That's how it works. We're a transmitter and a receiver, and our mind is an antenna inside a light matrix which is coming from pure consciousness, and these are the layers of consciousness. And actually dealing with it is easier than you think. You just need to have a good diet, sleep well, conversate in a positive way, don't chat shit about anybody, just try to be a good person. Ultimately, the whole idea behind it is so you can find a sense of security, and you're only going to find sense of security when you realize that everybody isn't as bad as they seem. And that's ultimately it. Everything is light and sound. You can control what light and sound influences you, and you can think about whether or not you want it to have a better or worse impact. And that's ultimately the truth.
Thank you to this homie for taking 6.5, 7 minutes to break all that down. Now, I'm going to already say, bro, for some people, like, this was way too much information to take on. Half of it they can't understand. Half of it they're not interested in. You know what I'm saying? But it's not meant for them. It's meant for the people that can understand the majority of the concepts or the philosophies or the understandings that homeboy right here is actually putting out, bro. There were so many points I wanted to stop and just touch on, but I didn't want to break the flow. You know what I mean? There was one thing in particular that he said about defeating the shadow self and how you're not supposed to. You're supposed to accept the shadow self. And that is such a misunderstood thing. And he's right on it, bro. And the only reason I can say that he's right on it is because I've done it. And to keep it 100 with you, bro, like, a lot of people in life don't understand that there is literally, like, if you remember them old commercials, I mean the old cartoons where there was like an angel on one shoulder and there was like a devil on the other shoulder. It wasn't like those were different entities from the main head. You know what I mean? Those were just different, what's it called? Oh, shit. Okay, my bad. I don't know what happened. Something happened. Something stopped recording. I had to get everything back recording again. But I was saying, like, those are not different aspects of the main head. Those are actually all part of one being. You. So you have your higher consciousness and your lower consciousness speaking to you at the same time. Some people could say, oh, your spirit and your flesh or whatever, bro. You are the one in the middle of all of this having to make the decisions. Who am I going to listen to? Who am I going to believe? Right? But what you can't do is constantly ignore one part of yourself. You have to come together and create a balance and absorb all that you are and be understanding of what you are and fall in love with what you are if you really want to become a complete person. Bro, there's so much involved in that process alone. Like, you can't even get to heaven split apart. If you want to experience heaven, whether you believe it's a place after life, a place that you could experience during life, like whatever, bro, you have to become complete. You have to come as one, bro. You can't be all split up. It's very important for people to understand that concept. Everything else my mans was talking about, everything is light. That involves frequency. That's what you all hear. You all high freak. That's why you here, baby. And that's why we looking at videos like this, because we ain't really interested in all this BS that's going on around us. We interested in what do we got to do for us to make ourselves move up in the spectrum, right? Whether you think it's the physical spectrum, the spiritual spectrum, whatever, bro. Like, we just know, like, I got to focus on me to move up. That's why we're all here. And videos like this are great. Even if you don't understand what my man's is saying, he's dropping a bunch of clues on you for things that you can go reach out. Like, there's so much available nowadays with the internet and everything that's going on online. Like, you could just Google a couple things that he said and boom, boom, boom. You like, everything's going to pop up for you. Like, facts, bro. I think if you were able to sit through everything he said, you already on the right track, bro. I appreciate y'all for being here. Comment below, though, if there's something that he had mentioned that you don't understand. Comment below so we can get a conversation, a dialogue going in the comments about what it is that you don't understand, and probably help bring some type of understanding, or at least direct people that need that type of understanding. But anyway, new era.
I'm feeling quite bad, so take another token. Yeah, there's jokers all